I want to make an announcement that I believe we have eliminated another disease that is thought to be classically a genetically transmitted disease. This disease is theorized by the medical system, I don't know, for a couple hundred years, as an iconic example of autosomal dominant genetic disease in humans. Is Huntington's disease, a neurodegenerative disease that generally strikes at mid to late life. And, of course, the Merck Manual describes Huntington's disease as Huntington's chorea, where you have this sort of bouncy, magnified jerkiness that you see with Parkinson's disease. There it begins to give you a little bit of a hint. And they say it's an inherited disease in which people in midlife begin having these occasional jerks and spasms and gradual loss of brain cells, progressive to chorea, which is this sort of regular bouncy type of spasms and jerkiness, and mental deterioration. They lose their memory, they slur their speech, they forget to eat and don't even know how to dress and so forth. And again, you're getting clues here. It sounds kind of familiar, kind of like other diseases, but it's this Huntington's chorea that diagnoses it as Huntington's disease. Well, there's a lady by the name of Adrienne from Salt Lake City, 45 years old. She'd had Huntington's disease diagnosed for 15 years. Her mother died at 51 from complications of Huntington's disease. And Adrienne, I don't know, I'd say a couple of months ago, decided she was going to try our program. We put her on the program for Parkinson's disease, Lou Gehrig's disease, and MS. And within just a couple of weeks, her Huntington's disease, after 15 years going downhill, is gone. Gone. Her doctors are speechless. They have never seen anything like this. And of course, I have had similar cases over the years, and it was just kind of iffy because they didn't have a diagnosis by a neurologist as Huntington's disease, although they had the classic symptoms of Huntington's disease, and I didn't want to say anything at the time. Well, this one was diagnosed for 15 years. Her mother had died of it, and she was sure that she was going to die. So she was willing to try anything, even our Youngevity 90 for Life program. And, of course, this is very, very exciting. So you're going to be hearing a lot more about Adrienne. We're getting films of her before, while she was having symptoms, and now afterwards. And this is very, very good for the people of the world, because this was the last disease that I didn't have all the information I wanted. I think we got all the information now. And so we have eliminated the last of the diseases said to be genetically transmitted by the medical profession. I want you to get a hold of that book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. And look up Huntington's disease in the index. It'll take you right to the page, and you'll just be amazed. Okay? And it's kind of part of that same complex of diseases, including MS and Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS, and Parkinson's disease and Huntington's disease. But Huntington's disease is no doubt, according to doctors, is genetic. But guess what? It's busted because we have reversed one. The mother died at age 51 from Huntington's disease. This gal was diagnosed 15 years ago. And just after just a few weeks on our program, her Huntington's disease that she'd had for 15 years went away. And she was getting nervous because she was at the bottom of her abilities to function properly. She was slurring her speech. She was getting disorientated. Her jerky Parkinson's-like movements became very bouncy, but very almost like slow motion. And this is usually when they die from a fall or they get pneumonia or something like that. And I'm very excited about this because, you know, so many diseases that have been called genetic, and we've been able to get rid of them using the 90 essential nutrients, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, change the diet, add some good things, take away the bad things, and we've figured it out. We have unlocked the combination. We exactly know how to get rid of each and every one of these diseases. I want you to contact your Youngevity associate and ask for the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, the new DVD, Somebody Needs to Go to Jail, and the new CD, Public Enemy Number 1, and you will learn about Huntington's disease. You'll learn about other diseases that are said to be genetically transmitted, which are not. It will blow your mind, okay? We're going to take over here. This is where the people are going to take over and take care of their own health. And I want you to think of Youngevity as the Lowe's and the Home Depot of health. I want you to think of Youngevity as the Pep Boys and AutoZone of health. We want you to do it yourself. And when you get that book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, the new DVD, Somebody Needs to Go to Jail, and the new CD, Public Enemy Number 1, it will flabbergast you what we know, what we've been able to do with just simple nutrition. Now, This just doesn't come from space. People say, well, is there any research to prove that? Well, yeah. How about $100 billion worth of research in the agricultural industry, the veterinary industry, laboratory animals, and, of course, the medical system, when you point this out to them, they say, well, yeah, that may be true in animals, but it's genetic in humans. Well, the medical system is so ignorant of nutrition that they have been prepared to kill their patients for hundreds of years rather than learn anything about nutrition or accept the fact that your genes do not function as independent agents and that they do require 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 3 fatty acids to maximize your genetic potential for longevity and for health and fending off disease and speed and strength and intelligence. Your telomeres need these 90 essential nutrients to maximize your longevity. And, of course, this is where the 90 essential nutrients come in. We are so excited about this because this is just another arrow in the quiver that gives you the ability to take care of yourself. If you have been diagnosed with Huntington's disease, contact your young DV associate, right? Get a hold of that book, Epigenetics, The Death of Genetic Disease Transmission, the new DVD, Somebody Needs to Go to Jail, and the new CD, Public Enemy #1, and learn how you can reverse even Huntington's disease. Whoa! The death of the genetic disease transmission. This is part of your century. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these messages.
In recent years, several studies have